my name is Amanda and the time has finally come for me to share with you the recent holiday that I had cruising to Fiji and Vanuatu. So without too much fuss, let's get straight into it. So to begin with, we boarded our ship, the Sun Princess, in Sydney just before lunchtime on the 20th of February. Now luckily for me and my parents, we have both been on this ship before, so we sort of knew where we were going. But of course, we did have a bit of a sticky peek at some of the features on the ship, and then we proceeded to take our spot on the promenade deck to sail away through Sydney at 4 p.m. After that, we had about 2 days at sea where I pretty much did nothing but eat. That's what you do when you're on a cruise. You eat and eat and eat. So it took us 2 days to get to our first port, which was Lifu, which is just a little island town that is part of the Loyalty Islands. I've been to this island twice before, but I've never actually swum at the beach, which is right next to the pier where you get onto the island. So we just decided to spend just a few hours exploring the markets that are there, as well as spending some time on the beach soaking up the glorious Pacific sun. next port that I filmed was actually the first Fijian port that we stopped at, and it was Port Denaro. Here we decided to do an organised tour where we got on a catamaran and it whisked us away to this private island called South Island, and it was just a beautiful, magical place. Once there, we were treated with some beautiful traditional dances and songs. We were given a very delicious lunch. The water was absolutely beautiful, clear, pristine, blue, just gorgeous, but the sand was really corally, so I had to pretty much wear my sandals the whole time. But that's okay, I still really loved the time I had there. So before I show you the footage I have of this island, I just want to let you know that all of the music that I was able to capture for this little bit is all of the songs that they pretty much sung to us. So I really hope that you enjoy listening to them and yeah, are able to sort of get the essence of what it was like to be there.
Fijian island I was able to capture was Savusavu. This was such a lovely little town full of such beautiful people. The day that we went, it was really humid. It was like you could pretty much cut it with a knife. As soon as you stepped off the boat, you were literally drenched in sweat. I know that you really needed to know that, but anyway. And again, for this port we did an organised tour and we went to a traditional Fijian village called, hang on, I need to read it while I say it. It was called Nukubalavu. But despite its tricky name, the people there were so gracious and welcoming. Again, they showed us traditional dancing and songs. They showed us the traditional way of living in the village. And they also gave us a little tour of the little kindergarten school that they've set up there for all of the kids in the village. And all of the little children in the village were just so lovely. They were very, very inquisitive, especially of our cameras. And they pretty much weren't afraid of anything. They weren't shy or anything like that. They were just really, really lovely and gorgeous, gorgeous people. Fiji port was actually my favourite, and that was Oni Island. Pretty much everywhere you looked was a postcard moment. The place was just so beautiful. The water at the beach was just I think that explains it. It was pretty much breathtaking. You could see the coral underneath the water. That's just how clear the water was. It was just amazing. The sand was beautiful and soft. There were shells everywhere, and then having the palm trees just sway very gently above you just made the place so magical. And just like the village in Savusavu, there was also a little school there that we were able to go in and have a look, and there were just some really beautiful little interesting artworks and knickknacks. Because it was the weekend when we got to this port, there wasn't really very many kids around. The island was pretty quiet but beautiful nonetheless. highlights that we experienced while we were on board, there was always something to do. Or if you're one of those people, you can pretty much choose to do absolutely nothing. The choice really is yours. But here are just a few of the things that I decided to film for you. One afternoon on the pool deck, they had an ice carving demonstration. So the guy pretty much chiseled away to reveal a dolphin made out of solid ice. I didn't get an end picture of that because we were standing out in the sun and I could feel myself getting sunburnt, and I was all like, no, I'm going inside. Sorry, I'm being a party pooper. But the end result was pretty impressive. So near the tail end of our cruise, they did a galley tour where they invited the passengers to tour one of 8 of the kitchens that were on board. So there we saw some really cool food and ice carvings, as well as a brief insight to what it would be like to work in such a big, massive kitchen. So I guess after showing you the kitchens, I should show you some of the desserts that I was very lucky to indulge in. Now, the majority of these desserts were served after dinner, and I tell you now, I do not regret eating any one of them. They were all delicious. And so with that, after a very rough night at sea, we gently started to sail into Sydney Harbour at around 6:30 on the 6th of March. Now, the majority of the footage that's coming up now was all filmed on my iPhone using the Hyperlapse app because the battery on my camera died, which was very convenient, but that's just the way it is. Now, sailing back into Sydney Harbour is one of the biggest highlights for me when I'm on a cruise, mainly because it's my hometown and there's nothing like coming home after you've been on holiday. And also, the ship sails in so early, so you're experiencing the beautiful sunrise over the city. Because it's early, the city is still so quiet and peaceful and still, and it's just beautiful, absolutely breathtaking, just gently sailing past on this cruise ship with the Opera House and the Sydney Harbour in front of you. It's just beautiful. I have filmed this many times and I have so many photographs of this moment from previous cruises. I just can't get enough of it. It's just beautiful. So hopefully I've been able to sort of capture that feeling for you to experience in these next few clips, and I hope you enjoy it. So there we have it, that was my cruise to Fiji and Vanuatu. Now, we did actually visit a few other ports. We went to Port Vila, Suva and Noumea as well, but I've been to all of those and 2 of them I actually didn't get off that because 1, we didn't have any organised tours, and 2, I've seen it before. So for the ports that I was filming, I tried to capture as much as I could. The way that I've edited this vlog is very personal for me. It's something that I really want to look back on in the next coming years with my parents and think, wow, that was such a great time away together. The people that we came across were so nice. The people that we met on board were lovely. And I really just want the video to capture just a really lovely time that I've had in my life with my parents on holiday. So I'm just going to end it here. I know that this vlog is really long. I'm going to give you a high five and a gold star and a big hug and a kiss and everything else if you're still here listening to me ramble on right now. Yay! So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you another time very soon. Bye!